Welcome back in, Warrior Wrestling fans. We're back here at Extreme Arena in Coralville for round 2 for the Warriors, as they'll be wrestling in the Constellation semifinal round of the IHSAA Class 1A State Dual Wrestling Team Tournament. I am Blake Boer, joined once again on the broadcast by Zach Babers.
Yeah, I mean, we're back. We're in the early afternoon session, and Wapsie can be taking on Lake Mills. I'm excited for this duel to get underway. It's going to be great. Wapsie looks locked in.
Yeah, it just should be a fun one here. Wapsie Valley taking on Lake Mills here in the Constellation semifinal round. Start time is set for 12:30 p.m. We're just about 8 minutes away right now.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Zach.
No, we were pretty on schedule today. Everything's been, rolling along as planned. There hasn't been any delays. Hasn't been, we haven't been early at all. It's kind of just been on schedule. This second round, the second round of front side competition between Hinton and Wilton, and then Don Bosco and Jessup. Those two duels were really good. That Hinton-Wilton duel was very close the whole time. That Bosco-Jessup duel was, fireworks back and forth. Obviously had some 2A and 3A matchups as well, with some teams like Fort Dodge, Southeast Polk, Osage, Dubuque, Hempstead.
Yeah, so as you mentioned that, let's take a look at the bracket and see how we're standing here in Class 1A. As you look there at the Class 1A State Dual Team bracket, up at the top, we had Wapsie Valley and Albernet. Albernet did come away victorious in that one, 56-18. In the matchup for Lake Mills and Nashua Plainfield came away as the winner, 46-22. In the later session that just got done, Wilton defeated Hinton 54-24, and Don Bosco defeated Jessup 44-18. So, Zach, you look at that, were there any surprises there to you, or do you think everything pretty much went as you expected?
I mean, it was pretty much chalk. I kind of figured it was going to go that way. The one duel that I thought might be a little bit more of a toss-up was Jessup and Don Bosco, but that did not turn out to be another one. I hadn't seen Lake Mills a whole lot this year. I had heard they were pretty good, and I thought they were going to be able to, match up decently well with Nashua Plainfield. But that did not happen. Nashua kind of just took it right to them, and I'm excited to see how Wapsie fares in this second duel.
Yeah, so this will definitely be an interesting one. So as we get ready for this one, let's look at the projected lineups for each team. For the Lake Mills Bulldogs, they come into this one as the number 4 seeded team. The Bulldogs have a season record of now 23-7, head coach by Alex Brandenburg. Their projected lineup goes like this. 106 pounds is junior Lucas Oldenkamp. The Bulldogs are open at 113. They did forfeit that weight in their first duel to Nashua Plainfield and projected again open against the Warriors. At 120, it's junior Carter Helgeson. At 126, junior Hayden Helgeson. 132, junior Landon Price. 138, sophomore Steve Brandenburg. At 144, freshman Caleb Scogan. Sorry,
no.
I got used to calling basketball last night.
Number, I don't know.
Nope, this is wrestling. We have weights, not numbers. At 150, it's junior Cody Fox. 157, senior Garrett Ham. 165, senior Bo Kaufman. 175, sophomore Josiah Keldall. 190, junior Andrew Grunhovd. 215, junior Wyatt Hanna, and 285, freshman Jacoby Anderson.
Well, we know that you were very used to saying the name Cody Fox, which you just said. It's actually Cody Cox.
Cody
so,
Cox.
There you go.
Okay. Zach loves to take any chance.
Hey, Cody Fox is a very, very good wrestler for East Buchanan.
So that's the Bulldogs projected lineup. Zach, you want to give us the projected lineup again for our Wapsie Valley Warriors?
So 106, it will be Caden Malinsky. 113 will be Sawyer Krall. 120, I'm excited to see if they're going to roll out Frost again or if they're going to send out Wally Kaufman this time. I think Wally Kaufman's been dealing with some illness the last few days. And then at 126 pounds, it'll be Brody Kleich. 132 is, I'm trying to think.
Come on, you know it. He's trying to do this from memory without looking
I'm
at the
trying
sheet,
to do
if
it.
anybody's wondering.
We'll come back to it. 138 is Dallas Tissue. 144 is Caden Dana. 150 is Easton Krull. 157 is Kanan Decker. 165 is Garrett Miller. 175 is Brock Kleich. 190 is Drew Lansing. 215 is either Derek Hilsenbeck or Hayden Ryard. And then the opposite of the two will face off at 285 pounds. At 132 is... Oh, it's Reese. No, I forgot him. No.
It's all right.
I was about to say Creighton Zimmerman.
Nope. Reese taken out, listed at 132. So
Darn.
that's your projected lineups coming into this one. As we mentioned, Wapsie Valley fell to Alburnett, the top-ranked team in the first round in the quarterfinals, while Lake Mills fell to Nashville Plainfield. An interesting one there, as Lake Mills, Nashville Plainfield, I believe, according to Coach Krull, in talking to him prior to the tournament, those two schools had faced off 2 times prior, with Lake Mills winning both matchups, where Nashville Plainfield finally comes away victorious in this one here today.
What is the hardest thing to do in sports, Blake?
Beat a team 3 times.
Yep. Makes sense. I don't know. You also said that the Nashville Plainfield, when they came into both those duels, weren't a full lineup. They weren't as healthy as they are today.
Yep. And that's always a big thing in wrestling. In any sport, but wrestling, it can definitely have a big difference there, is do you have your best guy out there? You know, you'll try to put somebody out there. In most cases, you can fill. Sometimes you can't, but most cases, you get a guy out there, especially if you're a dual team, you probably have a backup ready. But that can be a big difference. You know, in a match that you might win, you know, get a pin, get a tech fall, or, you know, that might come down to a decision, or it might flip the other way. So that's always challenging when you're short your best guy.
Another thing that's really hard to do in wrestling is when you have an open spot like Lake Mills does at 113, it's really hard to fill that, especially if you don't have a backup 106. Because for some teams, usually they have 1, maybe 2 of the 106, 113 guys. Like Wapsie Valley, they have 1 106-pounder, and his name is Cade Malinsky. So if, you know, 106 is open, it's open. We can't fill that spot. You're down 6-0 to start. It's hard to fill those, those lower, weight end of the lineup because there's just less guys naturally at those positions. When you get up to 157, 165, 190, 215, there's a lot more choices that you can make. You usually have a lot more guys there. You usually have a few more backups than what you would do at a lighter weight.
Yeah. So if you're all enjoying listening to us so far, you listened to our previous broadcast this morning, or if you've listened and watched in to any of our broadcasts of Warrior Sports, and you've enjoyed listening and watching from the comforts of home for free, please consider a donation to Wapsie Valley's Venmo to help keep the streams going and at no cost to fans. Look for the link in the video description below, and we definitely appreciate a like and subscribe from you.
Yeah,
you're at it.
Not to hit anything, but we might be in Des Moines in 2 weeks. Maybe.
You never know. There's
maybe.
There's an outside chance Zach would very much like to do that, skip school for about 3 days and go down, but
maybe.
We'll enjoy some. We're going to enjoy some dual wrestling today. And wrestling today, another one of our amazing sponsors that helps bring this to you is Oran Mutual Telephone Company. Serving the area since 1911, Oran Mutual Telephone Company is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Oran, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. Give them a call at 319-638-6006.
So we have not started this next round of duels yet. It is currently 12:31, so like I said, we've been on time today. Now we're late. Look at announcer's jinx. Love it. But over on mat 5 on the very far end, over on the 3A mats, that is, I believe, Dubuque Hempstead versus, I believe, Mount Vernon. If I'm correct, I can't really remember, but that duel has not ended yet, so they cannot start this 12:30 session until the previous session has ended. It's Indianola.
Yep, so we're looking at Indianola and Dubuque Hempstead going on over there. Indianola does have a 41-11 lead in that duel with, they are on their last match, and that one just ended over there.
I think they have they started at 190, correct? So
No.
they might have one more. No,
they started 175 because we started at 175 against
that's right.
Albernet. So all of the opening action for both the first session and second session, all classes started at 175.
And then now they will start at 190.
So we will start at 190.
I don't know why all the clocks say 165. All of them. Did we go down? Matt 2 says 190.
190.
165, 165. Maybe it's because that was the finals, but I don't know. The finals from
I think
before.
that's the case. Is we ended with 165
before.
Okay. So they just haven't changed over. So, all right, we will take a short break as everybody gets settled back in here, and we wait for the 3A teams to warm up since we have to wait for them before we get started, I believe.
You sure you want to do that? Because looks like captains are meeting in the middle.
Maybe I'm wrong.
looks like we might be getting rolling here. Yeah, we changed our camera, or not camera, the picture that is on your screen. That is what kind of our view is currently here. Is Blake will clear it there. That's kind of what we're looking at. This
now,
is kind of
with a few more people in the stands than you're seeing there. Stands in
are
that
full.
picture. Yeah, they're a little empty in that picture. They're noticeably more full live.
Well, didn't you take that this morning?
Yep, took that this morning.
Yeah, we got here at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 7:30. Yeah,
a little after 7:30. I think we got here to get set up.
There was about nobody in here. It was just about as empty as it could be, and then you slowly watch it just fill up, slowly but surely, with teams and fans and cheerleaders and all that sort of stuff. And obviously media personnel up here. We have a whole table along the concourse here. All the media personnel from all over the state of Iowa.
It's a pretty nice setup here for us. I mean,
yeah,
we've got, let's see, to our left we've got
Don Bosco and Jessup.
Hupke Wrestling Productions. They covered Jessup and Don Bosco. And then to our right we've got KCHA. They're covering Nashville Plainfield. And we've got two more to the right of them. So it's pretty full. And I know last year I came down just to watch, didn't broadcast. And this whole area I think had two other broadcasters maybe. Hupke and then one other radio station. It was not this full last year. I know that because we got some pretty prime seats to sit here and watch. But
that table still is not that full.
You're eyeing that.
I continue to look down at that
Zach
table.
Zach is eyeing a table that you can actually see there in the picture down by the mats. That is for the newspapers and writers. And
writers get that?
Yep. Zach is extremely jealous right now, if you can't tell.
Yeah, well, no duh, I'm extremely jealous.
All right, so it looks like we are getting close to starting here as the wrestlers are kind of getting strapped up. We see Drew Lansing with his headgear on, just pacing, trying to stay warmed up.
Also, Dallas Tissue. I don't know why, but Dallas Tissue is out there.
Dallas Tissue's just pacing back and forth. We're starting at 190, Dallas. You might be pacing for a while.
Hey, that's a Dallas thing. You just got to let Dallas be Dallas.
Take another chance here to thank one of our amazing sponsors, Legacy Roofing of Iowa. Protect your largest investment with our reliable roofing and gutter services. If you want to make your roof last as long as possible, it is vital that you never put off a roof repair. Small issues with roofing become big issues in a hurry. No matter how major or minor the repair you need, we are here to help. We offer roofing contracting, storm damage repair, gutter replacement, and residential and commercial roofing. Call Mitch at 319-415-2472 or Lou at 319-415-5547. That's Legacy Roofing of Iowa. So, Zach, what are some of your predictions for this one after watching Wapsie in the first duel and keeping an eye on Lake Mills and Nashua Plainfield?
So I did periodically watch that Lake Mills duel, and something that I noted was that 113 weight, where they're open there, that's going to be big because, you start down 6 on that. We've seen it with Wapsie. They pretty much lost the duel to Jessup because of that. I think if you put somebody out there for Wapsie at that 113 weight, that doesn't happen. I think Wapsie wins that duel. So that just shows how important, 6 points can be in a wrestling duel. So I think, Lake Mills is going to have a little bit of an uphill battle. Apparently they almost lost to Denver at their regional duels. And if you didn't know about, I think it was pretty early in the season, but Wapsie just steamrolled Denver to start the year off. So I don't know what we're going to see. I'm kind of, I don't really have many expectations for this duel. I really don't know what way it's going to go. Obviously, I want Wapsie to win, but I really don't know how this is going to turn out.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some interesting aspects there. Having a couple common opponents like that. Wapsie and Lake Mills have not wrestled this year, to my knowledge. I don't think they saw each other at any tournaments. But the only one that potentially would have been was the North Butler Doug Trees Bearcat Invitational that got moved to a different date this year. So the Warriors instead ended up going down to the Wise and Muscatine, and no big deal, won the whole thing. Just what they do. Yeah, to my knowledge, they have not seen Lake Mills this year, but they have wrestled a common opponent in Nashua Plainfield and Denver. And duel-wise, I don't believe any other common opponents, but I'd have to start digging and check that out. I'm sure they've wrestled common opponents, though, in individual tournaments.
Yeah, and I think just the different level of competition. Obviously, Lake Mills up there, they probably have wrestled West Hancock already this year. I'd imagine they have.
West Hancock, they're in the same conference. So
I'd imagine they'd wrestled them already, mainly because they're fairly close to each other.
Same conference. Yep.
Yeah, I think. So I don't know do you know the score of that one? Do you know the result what that was? If you can find it.
I would imagine Lake Mills probably took that one, being the higher seed in this tournament, or coming into the final rankings, I should say. But I'll have to look that one up if we get a chance. If anybody knows that one, if anybody's
or wants to find it, go right ahead.
Wants to find it for us and is, has that information, feel free to say in the chat. If you're watching the broadcast, just say hi in the chat. Love to see who's listening in. And so here the announcers talking. The teams are getting up, getting ready to walk across the mat and shake hands. And we'll be getting this party started shortly.
This is something I've never seen before. This is interesting how the teams meet in the center. I will say something to note for 1A, purposes. Jessup had to wrestle back-to-back, and so did Wilton, I believe. Hinton. Yeah. Yep.
So the way the scheduling worked out in all the classes.
Wait, so you're telling me Hinton beat Wilton? They took down the 2 seed?
Hinton did not beat Wilton. They lost, so they now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
So on the top half of the bracket, so the 1 versus 8 matchup and the 4 versus 5 matchup started at 9 a.m., as Wapsie Valley did. And then the 2 versus 7 matchup and 3 versus 6 matchup wrestled in the next session. And now we have the consolation semifinal matches in all classes that will wrestle. So if you were in that bottom half of the bracket, if you're the 2 seed, 7 seed, 3 seed, or 6 seed, and you lost, you wrestle back to back.
Oof. So, and if you won, you wrestled at 10:30, and then you don't got to wrestle again until 4. So,
yep. All right, so see some wrestlers walking out, getting ready. The teams are clearing back to their benches.
Just to warn anybody, no, there will not be any wrestlers moving on your screen.
Nope, just a still picture. We are not allowed to produce a live video stream at the state event, but we are able to do audio, so we're bringing it to you right now. And the wrestlers are out on the mat.
Lansing going to take the mat. He's going to be taking on Andrew Grunhoved.
Andrew Grunhoved. That's how I'm going. Andrew Grunhoved.
Lansing right away. Early powerful tie. Collar tie slams Grovepund into the mat. Now goes for a sweep single. Gets around behind for two. Lansing's going to go to work. Tries to sit out. Lansing able to stay behind the hips. Now breaks him down. He's got the 2-on-1 on the wrist. Working towards the edge of the mat here. Grovepund trying to work up to his base. Lansing not letting him, trying to peel the arm across his back. But they'll work towards the edge of the mat and go out of bounds. We'll come back to the center. So with minute 20 left, we're off and running again. Lansing right back to that 2-on-1, sucking it in, pulling it tight. He's trying to, there he goes. Now he drives it straight over Grovepund. Oh, okay. I don't know, I'm bad at pronouncing names, Blake, okay?
It's all right, Zach. Less than a minute to go here in this first period. Drew Lansing with the 2-0 lead over Lakeville's Grunhoved. A strong ride there from Drew Lansing as he keeps working around trying to find position. Going for the cradle.
What? What are you watching?
He was going for it. He didn't get it.
He's trying to just peel that left arm across his back, trying to work maybe some type of a whip over, maybe work it to a chicken wing, then continue that to like an arm bar. There you go.
They'll go out of bounds. 16 seconds left.
You said cradle, I got so confused. I'm like, what? No offense. I just got confused.
Back to the center, 16 seconds left. Lansing with a 2-0 lead on Andrew Grunhoved.
Lansing is just doing a nice hard ride here. And finally, right when he gets that chicken wing is when the period's going to end, unfortunately. He worked for that chicken wing the whole period, finally got it, and that's when the period ends. So
headed to the second, it is Drew Lansing leading Andrew Grunhoved 2-0.
Lansing's going to take the bottom position here. Grunhoved is going to try to keep Lansing down. I see Lansing get a nice quick start here. He does. Tripods up. Pushes the hips away.
Gets the hands to break. And gets the escape. A 3-0 lead for Lansing.
Lansing's got an underhook on that left side. Likes that single. He's just going to drive straight through Grunhoved. Gets the 2. So 5-0 if you're Lansing. Now you're looking bonus points. Keep working for that arm bar, that chicken wing.
Hi, Dallas and Colin. Thanks for watching.
There you go. Lansing just goes for the crossface now. Again, Lansing riding really hard in the top position, not letting Grunhoved do anything. He's just driving and A lot of forward pressure. He's on his toes. Now he's trying to maybe work for a power half. He's got both wrists. Now he's going to try to bump out to the side here. He'll come back parallel. Grunhoeft works up to his base. Lansing trying to break him down again. He's just going to let him up.
So Grunhoeft gets the escape. Score now 5-1 in favor of Lansing.
Neutral position.
Grunhoeft.
Inside on the edge of the mat. Lansing's got to circle in. He will get to whip over, but they go out of bounds.
Good move, only at about 2 more feet of space.
Yeah. It's a perfect move right there on the edge of the mat. You just got to keep your feet in.
So they'll reset in the center.
He's going for the underhook. Likes that underhook to that kind of sweep single. Now he goes
in on a shot.
Baseball bat, sweep single. Trying to lock up a cradle. Why did we stop? Oh,
And
period end.
Period
Okay.
ended before.
I was like, why did we just stop? I wasn't paying attention to the clock. So reset 2. Lansing's going to let him up for 1. Make it 5-2 now. Neutral. Lansing, a lot of pressure, just pushing Grunhoeft around. Now Grunhoeft is trying to push back into him. They'll go out of bounds, come back to the center. Goes back to that baseball bat sweep single. Grunhoeft trying to push into him. They'll clear out. Lansing has been in control almost this whole match, but he's got to be careful here. He only has a 3-point lead. Minute 20 to go. Takedown would be really nice here for Lansing just to extend that lead, give you even more of a cushion. Now he's got double unders. Rovon in on a shot. Lansing flips him. They'll get 2 as they go out of bounds. That was dangerous.
It's a good throw and turn.
That could have been really bad for Lansing if now they're
talking something over.
No points.
No points awarded.
Wow. I am really surprised because he had both his feet in. That is okay. Well, 5-2 still minutes ago. That is okay. Baseball bat sweep single again. Just.
And he'll get the 2 this time.
Perfect.
Scored now officially 7-2.
There you go. Gets his takedown. And now Grunhoeft turtling in his base. They'll go out of bounds.
43 seconds to go in the match. Drew Lansing with a solid
time.
5-point lead.
Blood time. Grunhoeft.
Grunhoeft's head over to the corner.
Sorensen throws over a water bottle.
Take a quick opportunity to thank another one of our great sponsors, Little Wapsie Communications. Their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbank, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. For plans, pricing, and more information, call 319-279-3375.
They'll cut the blood time here. Wow, look at that score. 1-0. Looking at the other 1A mat. Jessup Wrestler picks up a 1-0 win.
That's what you call a defensive battle.
No kidding. That is, wow. 1-0. What? That's a match. So back to action on mat number 1. Lansing in the top position, up 7-2. 43 seconds to go. He's going to sit back. He's got that wrist. He's looking for a tilt. He's going to get the tilt.
One roll through, followed by
no
another.
Swipes. No swipes at all. And
blood time
more
again
blood.
for Grunhoeft. Was the first one blood time or was that injury time?
No, the first one was blood time on Lansing. Now it's blood time on Grunhove.
Okay. I thought I saw Grunhove go, or I thought the official signaled red blood time.
Nope.
The first time.
It was green. You get a lot of action going on. Oh, wow. Big head throw.
This is on the Jessup and Hinton match, by the way, for anyone wondering what Zach is calling.
Big head throw. He's trying to sit back. He's like, wow. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Done with the blood time. Back on the map between Lansing and Grunhove.
See, you cut me off just when he gets a. Jeez, Blake.
Try not to let you confuse too many people, especially when Lansing's about to start back
I know. It's like the second you cut me off, he pins him. Lansing trying to do a whip over of some sort. He's got about 13 seconds to go. He's in no chance of losing this lead. Now trying to go for some sort of head pinch. He's probably going to do it. Lansing still has control, so he'll remain in that top position. 6 seconds to go. Lansing going to get a decision victory. So we will at 2:15. It looks like Hayden Ryer's going to go out for 2:15 from what I can see. So that'll be interesting.
Lansing works around, and that'll do it. As Drew Lansing comes away with the 7-2 decision victory over Andrew Grunhove.
7-2. 7-2.
So Wapsie Valley takes an early 3-0 lead on Lake Mills.
So now Hayden Ryer going to come out at 2:15. I did put Ryer in there at 2:15. All right, good.
Attaboy.
There we go. I knew it. I was telling the future, as they say. They got a crystal ball up here. Ryer. Neutral stance here against Hannah, I believe.
It is Wyatt Hannah wrestling for Lake Mills. Hannah goes in on the shot, gets an early 2 on the takedown.
See, I have not seen this Lake Mills roster at all this year, so I'm completely unaware of what's happening. But Hannah
gets the turn.
Wow, that was quick. Wow, very quick fall for Hannah.
That fall officially coming in
23. 23. Wait, no.
33.
You were right. Dang
1:27 left on the clock.
I tried to do the quick
33
math.
seconds for Lake Mills' Wyatt Hannah as they take a 6-3 lead. On to 285 pounds now. We'll see the Warriors' Derek Hilsenbeck. He'll be taking on
Jacoby Anderson of Lake Mills. If you're Hilsenbeck here, Jacoby Anderson, a very big guy. You do not want to get underneath of Anderson, at all. That is not going to be something you want to do, especially with how, tiny Hilsenbeck is compared to Anderson. Yep. Hilsenbeck able to get around for 2.
In on the shot.
Quick breakdown.
Lead for Derek.
If you're Hilsenbeck here, yeah, I was just about to say, go for your power half. Work it around to the side and do what you normally do. He's going to peel that arm across the back.
That's Derek's favorite move.
Just pushing all of his weight, but Anderson not budging a bit. If you're Hilsenbeck, I don't know why you don't try to go for the whip over on the other side. Anderson's putting all of his pressure into you. I just turn around and immediately go for that whip over again. Now Anderson back up to his base. See, he saw it that time, but Anderson was anticipating it for Hilsenbeck to switch sides quickly on him. Anderson not moving at all. Hilsenbeck finally gets that turnaround, but they're going to go out of bounds. So Hilsenbeck, again in that top position, needs a fall here for sure. if you're Hilson back. Let's get the Warriors back in this duel. He's looking for that power half. He gets the 2-on-1 wrist. He's going to peel it across the back. Anderson this time cannot stay over. He tries to turn in.
The turn.
Chest to chest. You gotta sit back.
Swipes.
You gotta sit back. Pull Anderson almost to you. Can't let him keep rolling through, but
Anderson rolls back, and it'll be 3 on the near fall for Hilsenbeck.
He's gonna go for it again.
Changes the
grip.
Goes back over.
This time he might have Anderson stuck.
Got Anderson nearly on his back.
And the fall. Derek Hilsenbeck fires back a shot.
With just 1 second left on the clock, Derek Hilsenbeck picks up the pin over Lake Mills' Jacoby Anderson, retaking the lead for the Warriors, 9-6.
So now we flip it over to the little guys. 106. Kane Belinsky is going to receive a forfeit. Hey, gets his hand raised. Belinsky's a little confused. They're going to take the they're going to play a little strategy here. They see that Belinsky, obviously he's a ranked wrestler at 106. They did not want to face him with their guy. They would rather opt to wrestle Crawl at 113. So they will have somebody at that 113 weight, but they're still going to give up the forfeit anyways to push Wapsie up 15-6.
So I believe we'll be seeing out there Lucas Oldenkamp. Yep, it is Lucas Oldenkamp for Lake Mills taking on Sawyer Crawl.
Oldenkamp, a junior. Crawl, just a freshman.
Did Crawl or Belinsky out? No,
Crawl.
Yeah, Crawl, sorry. Crawl out
Crawl
there now.
got the
Belinsky
forfeit.
got the forfeit. Oldenkamp gets 2 on the takedown of Crawl.
Goes for the 2-on-1 on the wrist. He's just backpacking Crawl now. He's going to turn him right over. He's going to get his 5.
Just pulling him right on top of him. You know, it gets you the near fall, it gets some points. You're not going to get a pin that way, but you'll get points.
I mean, at that point, you're obviously trying to rack up the 15 to get the tech fall. But I would look for more of a pinning combination. I do like that, mainly because of the fact it builds up your lead. So you have a cushion in case you get caught in something. You're not going to lose your lead right away. I mean, this is smart. You build up your lead, and then you go for the fall. That way, if you do get caught on the wrong end, you do get yourself flipped. You aren't going to lose your lead.
3 swipes on that one. Yep.
Now he's going to look for that arm bar. Like I said, build up your lead, work for the fall.
Crawl trying to fight out of it, but he is in a tough position.
All that pressure on his left shoulder. Couldn't force it up.
And Oldenkamp picks up the fall of Sawyer Crawl in 1 minute and 39 seconds.
So that pretty much cancels out the forfeit for the most part. So now we move up to 120, where it will be Landon Frost. He will be taking on Carter Helgenson. Huh? So it will be Frost and Helgeson.
Get that changed here. Landon Frost.
I'm guessing Kaufman looks like he's still warming up over there, so could see him move up to 138 maybe, possibly, if they don't want to wrestle Dana. But then Dana's warming up too.
Or if Wally goes to 126 and you're looking at Brody at 132.
Yeah, and then you bump up, or then, everything kind of just stays the same.
Helgeson on the single leg. He'll drive Frost out of bounds. No points awarded. Back to the center, neutral position. Frost just keeping his feet moving.
Goes for the sweep single. He's in very deep. But Helgeson pushing away. Now he's going to go for a crossface. If you're Frost, you've got to elevate. Go up with it. Go up. He's got to shelf it, which he does. And now he transfers off to a double. That is perfect. If you aren't going to elevate it, you have to elevate that leg at least a little bit. And you see he put it on his thigh board right there. He just shelved it on his thigh board, was able to cut off to a double, and then use that power just to drive through. And now we got a switch party going on.
Both wrestlers trying to roll through.
Switch.
Yeah, Helgeson just kept turning. Frost followed right behind him.
Is that one of those where as the referee you go like reversal to?
Well,
they didn't award anything.
If the action if there was ever a stoppage, but
then,
they just kept circling and circling.
Switch.
And they'll go out of bounds. 22 seconds left to go in the period. Landon Frost with a 2-0 lead over Carter Helgeson. Looks like we had a caution called on Helgeson there, at least by the way the official was showing his hand. Frost breaks him down flat.
Frost got that tight waist. Frost just continuing to work that tight waist.
And
that'll be
end
the end of the period.
Period. 2-0 the lead for Landon Frost over Lake Mills' Carter Helgeson.
So we will start the second period on our feet. Both guys up.
Anybody's curious over there between Jessup and Hinton. Jessup currently with a 15-6 lead. Frost working that left ankle of Helgeson, trying to hold on. Stalemate will be called. They'll reset back in the center. You know, Zach, that's an interesting situation where you end up choosing a neutral to start the second period.
Nice blast double.
Frost goes up 4 on that strong blast double to the outer ring.
Just shoves Helgeson way out, almost off the mat. Now he'll take a 4-0 lead. Goes for the switch. Frost able to follow behind, he's done a good job staying behind the elbows there. See him just following behind, not getting lost. He's reaching out for a wrist, trying to pull it in. This duel is kind of flying by a little bit. I know we have a little while to go yet, but gone through about 4 matches.
Yeah, so we started our duel here between the Warriors and the Bulldogs at 190 pounds.
This is our 6th match, so we're almost halfway through.
This thing's kind of flying by.
Yeah.
I'm looking over, I'm seeing 113s across most. Hard to see what's going on over there on the 3A mats.
3A is at 120 and 106. Mat 5 is at 120 already. Looks to be Waverly Shell Rock over there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, did Waverly win their...
Waverly did win their regional. They upset somebody. Linmar, maybe?
I think it was Linmar, yeah, because they wrestled at Linmar.
Yeah.
Because, well, I mean, obviously Waverly's not as powerful as they have been in the past few years.
Still have some very good individual wrestlers over there.
Just a lot younger.
Line up and down. Of course, when you're sending, how many guys did they send Division I last year? 3?
Like, no, it was more
2?
than that. It was like
it was plenty. I know that.
It was like, well, you think about it, you had.
So start of the third period here is a 4-0 lead for Landon Frost. Both wrestlers on their feet in the neutral position.
So 4-0 to score, 120 pounds. Kind of circling around that inner ring. Head fakes, level changes.
Both eyeing each other out. Just they keep dancing around in the center circle there. Put a hand up on the head. Try to aim out a shot.
Goes for the blast double. Knew it was coming.
Safe.
Knew it was coming. Goes for a sweep single, nothing. Goes for another sweep single. Finally, he gets in deep. He's got elevated again. Helgeson trying to push it away. He's got to shelf it. Shelf it. He's whizzering. Helgeson's whizzering. Like we said, you got to elevate in this position. You got to go up. Get on your feet. Go up. They're called stalemate.
Called.
You gotta elevate that in that position. Really make it hard for Helgeson to continue that whizzer.
Helgeson goes in on a shot.
He's very deep on that shot. Frost trying to sprawl away. Now we're in a whizzer.
2 seconds to go.
If they do anything like that, we should see a stalemate coming soon.
Official signaling no change.
That should be a stalemate right there, and it is.
Stalemate will be called with 21 seconds. As the Lake Mills coach, he's going to want to have a word with the official on this one. The main official and secondary official will talk it out.
I think they're arguing the fact that Helgeson's left leg was laced with the left leg of Frost. So they're arguing that that could be a takedown there because he had control of both legs with them both being leg laced. So it looks to be to no avail.
Yep, not getting anywhere. Usually when the officials talk it over between themselves,
and nothing changes.
And nothing gets signaled, it's not going to change based on what a coach is saying.
15 to go. Frost up 4-0. He's got a pretty good lead.
Play smart here.
Don't want to get caught in anything. Don't want to get caught in a head throw.
Helgeson goes in on a shot, tries to drive him back. They go out of bounds. 8 seconds to go. I am slow on stopping this clock.
That's fine. Frost going to back away. 5 to go. So that'll do it. Frost picks up a decision victory at 120. A good bounce back for him after the Albert match that he had. Very nice match for him to get a win.
4-0 victory there for Landon Frost. Wapsie Valley up 18-12 as we prepare for 126 pounds.
Let's see who it's going to be.
Lake Mills will send to the table first. See what Coach Krall wants to do to counter.
He's going to go see who it is.
Projected was Brody Kleitsch. He's wrestled there most of the year. As he walks back to the corner.
Is it going to be Brody?
And
it will.
Yep, Brody is going to head over there. Wally Kaufman was prepared to go if needed, but it will be Brody Kleitsch out there for the Warriors.
So I'm guessing he's going to be wrestling Carter Helgeson.
Hayden Helgeson.
Oh, yeah, Hayden Helgeson.
We just saw Carter Helgeson.
Same Helgeson. There you go. That's all you need to know. It's a Helgeson.
Helgeson. Back-to-back weights there.
Oh no, it's Royce Peterson.
Royce Peterson.
That's not on our lineup.
I'm going to check if I entered a few extra names here than what was in the projected lineup, but I'm not sure I added that one. I did not. I'll have to add that one in here.
Kleitsch works around behind for 2. He's going to go right back out front, trying to work for a cradle. Now he might get caught. He might get caught in a reversal. Helgeson has a front headlock. Kleitsch still in control. Now he's got a leg. He's going to pull it in tight. Cut off to a double. Blast through for 2. Coach not happy. Wanted to see the breakaway, get your 1. Fight this from a neutral position. But instead, Kleitsch able to blast through.
So again, it is Brody Kleitsch taking on Lake Mills' Royce Peterson.
Want to see Kleitsch get to his offense. I want to see him get a turn. I want to see him get a pin. Or maybe get some near fall. Maybe work a tech fall. Just bonus points. You got to always be looking for bonus points.
Yeah, Brody's definitely a very gritty wrestler. He always just wants a little bit more.
And sometimes that works great. We see it work a lot in the collegiate level. Obviously, the guy who always wants more is Spencer Lee. But we have seen, people like him get caught wanting more, especially last year.
He's got a turn working.
That
Official swiping.
That was really close to being a pin. He gets 3
on the near fall there. Just got a 5th swipe before Peterson was able to reset himself. So a 5-0 lead for Brody Kleitsch. 20 seconds to go in the first period. He's pulling that arm back over.
He's going to get 3 more. He's got the 5. Now I want to see him work for a fall here.
3 awarded on the near fall. And at the end of the first period, it's an 8-0 lead for the Warriors' Brody Kleitsch.
Kleitsch has got to choose top. I like that. I want to see him work a fall here.
He was working really well in that top position there after that little bit of a scramble.
I like the aggressiveness. I like the aggressiveness of this Warrior team to, pick these top positions. Oh, no!
Working out.
Whoa.
Keep
wow.
back up.
Wow. A nice head peel.
Free your head. Give up the escape if you can't get around.
Now they're going to give it to him. It's
going to be given to Peterson. Score now 8-1.
He's still got that wrist clinging on. Now they'll clear out.
You can see with a lot of wrestlers, they're not used to wrestling somebody that they have to stay low like that, as Brody is, as he goes in, gets 2 on the takedown.
I wonder if they can hear that on our mic.
Oh, I'm
bet.
Pretty sure they can. The roar of the Jessup crowd there is one of their wrestlers picks up a pin at 126 pounds. Brody working on a turn. He's got swipes. Peterson trying to stay off his back, cranes his neck there in the bridge.
He's going to get 3 more.
Roll out 3 more. A 13-1 lead for Brody Kleitsch. Up by 12.
Now I want to see him work a fall. You gotta get 6 here. You need every point you can get at state duels. So I want to see him work a fall. Because you still have a whole nother period after this to get your tech fall if need be.
You don't want to leave points on the table.
Yeah.
Because
if you do get a turn, it's most likely going to be a technical fall, which it looks like that's what he wants, is the tech fall, and he's going to get it. So it will be a technical fall victory for Brody Kleitsch. He's going to let it go and get his 3, and that'll do it. So 3. A technical fall victory for Brody Kleitsch.
That tech fall 16-1 for Brody Kleitsch in 3 minutes and 54 seconds. The Warriors pick up 5 more points and go up by 11 in the duel, 23-12.
So now we will see Wally Kaufman take the mat for Wapsie Valley at 132 pounds, I believe. Maybe it's 126. Didn't we just wrestle 126? Okay, yeah. So now we're at 132.
Yep. So 132, we are looking at Wally Kaufman. He is wrestling Hayden Helgeson.
Interesting here. I'm interested in the strategy because Helgeson is listed starter at 126, yet they showed somebody else up at the front table right away. I wonder if they would have wanted Kleitsch to wrestle this match, or if they were trying to work around Kleitsch wrestling this match. I don't know.
I'm guessing they were trying to just see if they could get Brody out against somebody else.
Now Kaufman just grabbing onto that leg for dear life. He's trying to scoot under. Now he might get himself locked in a cradle. Trying to scoot under. This might be a stalemate soon.
Nothing's been awarded yet.
So nobody can do anything in the position. Always got to hold on to that ankle.
That cradle.
Kaufman trying to hold on to that ankle. He's losing it.
Worked up to the knee now, trying to hold on to the knee.
What? What?
Helgeson just flips Kaufman over.
What? That was, it looked like a suicide cradle. Now he's going to go for maybe another? No! Oh, Kaufman works around. He gets the reversal for 2.
Kaufman slips out of that grip from Helgeson.
Wow.
Under the arm and around for 2.
Now going right to work. He's got a power half. Helgeson works up to his base. What a sequence of events that was. If you're Wally, ride out the rest of this first. Don't let Helgeson get up to his feet before the period ends. You got about 10 seconds left. Ride him out. That's the big key things. Don't let your opponents up when there's short time left. Really got to ride out the periods. And Kaufman will. So after all of that, and Wally almost getting put on his back, we're tied 2-2. It'll be Helgeson's choice. He's gonna go down. I want to see Kaufman do some good on top. Wow, Jessup brought a whole fan base here.
Yeah.
We got like two, maybe 3 whole sections.
Yeah, they're kind of scattered across a bit of 3 sections, mostly in 2 with a couple in 1. Is after a caution, get back going here. Start of the second period between Kaufman and Helgeson. Helgeson does get the escape near the edge of the ring. Goes up 3-2, back in the center.
This is something like when we're doing these audio, this is the time where you let the video do the talking, when it's kind of just circling around, guys hand fighting and whatnot. There isn't a whole lot to just talk about. Is now Helgeson in on a sort of an ankle pick. He gets in fairly deep on it.
Looks like he was trying to aim for a
high crotch.
Yeah, like high crotch. And as Kaufman stepped away, he got the left leg out, but his right foot just kind of stuck in the mat.
They're giving him 2 on that. I don't know why, because Kaufman still had the ankle. He had the ankle like glued to his chest, yet they were still giving him the 2 on that. So come back towards the middle. Kaufman on bottom here. Helgeson working the top position. 40 seconds to go here in the second period. Helgeson up 5-2. This is interesting position here. I don't know what Wally's trying to do. Looks to be they're in a little bit of a whoa. Looked to be they were in a whizzer, and then Kaufman got rolled across his shoulders. That was almost dangerous. Now he's going to tripod up. Helgeson just not letting him get up. And as he gets up, they'll go out of bounds. Come back towards the middle. 8 seconds to go left here in the second period. I think I'm already knowing if I'm Coach Kroll, I'm telling Wally to go neutral in the third. Got to wrestle this on your feet. So obviously you can't get up from that bottom position. So that'll end the second. We'll head to the third. See what he wants to do here. Bo's telling him to go down. Bo was telling him to go in the top position. Right. Ryan tells him to go neutral, they'll go neutral. I don't think Bo's very happy. Wally moving on his feet. Looks like he's got some energy here in this third period. He's pushing the pace. He's got to keep pushing. Push him out of bounds. Wally, come on.
As they'll go out of bounds. Reset back in the center.
If you're Wally there, you got to keep
caution
pushing.
There, called on
keep
Kaufman,
going.
a little early, trying to go on a shot.
That's a caution.
And a caution the other way, called on Helgeson. So each wrestler hit with a caution here at this restart.
Helgeson definitely jumped the gun. That was for sure. I don't think the ref even got away. He almost took out the ref's ankles. Now back on our feet.
Helgeson goes in.
Nice dump off from a high crotch for Helgeson. It's like Austin DeSanto dump off there. He's going to.
He frees ahead and gets 2 on the takedown. Now a 7-2 lead over Wally Kaufman.
Minute 20 left to go. Now about a minute. Working on the edge of the mat. I'm surprised with how close that wall is to the edge of the mat that we haven't, because usually when we're wrestling high school and like regular season stuff, people get driven off the mat a lot, but today not so much. Being a little bit more aware. Don't want to drive your opponent into a wooden wall. That would not be fun.
Yeah, set up here at Extreme Arena. It's the home of the Iowa Heartlanders hockey team, so you got the hockey boards all the way around.
Get checked into one of those.
Let's say you hit one of those, you're not going to win. The wall's going to stay where it's at.
Yeah, you're not going to go through the wall. Unless your name's Garrett Miller, then you might. Because before, Garrett Miller got driven through a stack of chairs, and that, I bet, was not fun. Now, Wally, you got to avoid the armbar here. Don't get pinned. Short time. You got 30 seconds. Don't get pinned. He's going to fight off his back. He's doing a nice job. No, Wally, no! Keep your hips up, yes! Good job, good job. Keep your hips up. Now get out. Avoid the major.
Ball there for Helgeson goes up 10-2.
Get your escape. Avoid the major. Kick out. Don't go for the reversal. Don't go for the reversal.
Just seconds to go.
Come on.
And it will be a 10-2 major decision victory for Hayden Helgeson over Wally Kaufman.
I guarantee
4 points to the Bulldogs. Wapsie Valley's lead now 23-16.
I guarantee you if Wally knew what the situation was in that, he's probably going to work to get his one. Mainly because of the fact that, you don't want to have that major decision victory. So now we'll see Dallas Tissue at 138. Hagenau's going to put his shirt back on. He looked like he was ready to go. But they're going to go with Tissue. I'm wondering who he's going to face here. If he's going to face Brandenburg.
Get the clock start here. We'll see if track wrestling's updated yet. It is Landon Price. Landon Price, who bumped up from 132. So multiple wrestlers bumped up a weight for the Bulldogs.
It's not Brandenburg, and Brandenburg is ranked 3rd in the state of Iowa at 138.
Tissue will be wrestling Landon Price.
Wow.
So I'm guessing they'll probably be bumping Brandenburg up to 44. As Price goes in and gets the takedown for 2. Zach had to step away for a minute, so you're left with the non-wrestling guy calling wrestling. Price gets a turn. Flips Tissue over and gets the pin. And Landon Price, he was ranked 8th at 132 pounds. So Price gets the pin, making it a 1-point Warrior advantage. So for the Warriors, it will be Caden Dana. And Steve Brandenburg will be wrestling for Lake Mills. Brandenburg ranked 3rd at 38 as he goes in, gets 2 early on the takedown over Dana. Working around, pulling that right arm of Dana above his head. Turns in, gets 2 on the near fall. Up 4-0 early. Action goes out of bounds with 1:17 remaining in the period. A 4-0 lead for third-ranked 138-pounder Steve Brandenburg over Caden Dana.
Dana works up to his feet. Brandenburg not letting him get up, though. What?
Wow. Caught in bad position.
Oh, no. Wow, I don't even know how he did that.
Flipped over his back onto his shoulders.
I think Dana went for a Granby roll. Just got caught. I don't know though. It looked very unordinary. It looked very weird from my view.
Dana once again just keeps getting rolled over to his back.
He's got to work up to his feet here. 2
more near fall. Goes up 9-0.
We're only here in the first period. Now Dana worked over to his back armbar. This could be all for the freshman. And it is. So, man, the Bulldogs fire back here in these few middleweights.
That fall coming for Steve Brandenburg. In 1 minute and 38 seconds, Lake Mills jumps back up on top, 28-23.
I will say, now as my good buddy Wyatt Forsyth, who couldn't be here today, this is what he would say. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of Wapsie Valley's lineup. This is where Wapsie Valley is best.
We'll see Easton Crawl out there on the mat at 150 for the Warriors. He'll be taking on Cody Cox of Lake Mills.
Qualifier last year, but he's only 7-4 on the year.
So 7-4 on the year is Cox. He was a state qualifier last year. So we're getting some help. That's great. I love that.
Scott over here with the Don Bosco broadcast, giving us some inside information. No, giving us some rankings and some records.
Both guys working on their feet. We say Cox hasn't wrestled a ton of matches this year. Looks to be he's had some deals with that left shoulder. He's got that braced up.
Between the left shoulder and the double knee braces. And
yeah.
Crawl goes in on a shot.
He's got a single leg. He's going to transfer up to 2. And he's got it on the edge of the mat. Picks up the ankle, so he'll go out of bounds. Come back towards the middle. Now Crawl's got to go to work. Cox right off the whistle jumps up. But Crawl able to grab that elbow there, kind of that elbow or wrist. He's able to pull it back to him. Now he's kind of got that, looks like he's going for the 2-on-1. I'm trying to see Cox again working up to his base. Now he's flattened out. Crawl's got to keep that forward pressure as Cox works up to his base. He's trying to wide post, kind of like in freestyle. You see they kind of just spread themselves out. Now trying to work his way back up. He's got up to his base, but they're working on the edge of the mat here. Probably going to go out of bounds. 20 seconds left here in the first period. Really working on the edge of the mat here. Still have, I believe all 4 feet between the 2 wrestlers in.
Crawl just keeps flattening out Cox at the edge of the ring. And the first period clock will run out. Headed to the second, it is Easton Crawl with a 2-0 lead over Lake Mills' Cody Cox at 150 pounds.
I guess Cox liked what he saw on his feet, so he's going to choose neutral to start the second. Some early hand fighting here from both guys. Cox looks up at the clock. Got a lot of time left, dude. Just telling you that right now.
Still working the hands. A little bit of a slap of the head.
Shot there from Kroll. Defended nicely. Looks like Cox knew it was coming, but nonetheless. Oh, Kroll almost got caught in a head throw. But he's able to finish around behind for 2. Those are the ones that make your stomach just do a little front flip.
You're right on that borderline.
You're like,
am I going to end up on my back, or am I going to be on top when this position is done?
Those are the ones as a wrestling fan, you're just like,
a stall warning on Cox. Not moving much on the bottom position there.
Kroll working.
Just crawling his way, inching his way towards the outer ring.
I wouldn't be surprised if they give him another stall warning here. No, they're going to give him a injury time, I believe. No, blood time. He's got a cut on his right elbow. You can see it from up here. So him bleeding over there.
Blood time being called for Cox. Fans, you enjoying watching live Warrior Sports or listening to live Warrior Sports today from the comforts of home for free? Consider a donation to Wapsie Valley's Venmo to help keep the streams going and at no cost to fans. Look for the link in the video description below. And while you're at it, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the page. Get notifications of when we go live.
I will say, they were nice to us with the media spot. We got the footrest. That is a game changer. That is the foot.
We got some nice tall bar stool chairs and
now
the nice high, small, shallow table.
Yeah, but it's enough. It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough.
Now Kroll kind of heading the elbow there. They'll come back, work, ride parallel. About 20 seconds to go. This is where you got to ride out these periods. Cannot let Cox get to his feet because Kroll's going to have the decision in the third. He finally gets that armbar worked over after 2 periods of working on it, but they're on the edge of the mat, so probably going to go out of bounds. I think you'd be best just to kind of sit here and let the period run out, and he will. So to the start of the third we go. It will be the choice for – wait, what? The referee said the call was for Cox. That was not correct. I guess, anyway, Kroll's going to take bottom. Works up to his feet.
Big throw and mat return there for Cody Cox.
This is where I think Kroll might have taken that top position he had. He was able to kind of, flatten out Cox the entire second period from the second he got the takedown to the end of it. So I would have liked to see him maybe be a little bit more aggressive, try to go for a turn of some sort in that top position. But I can see why you try to want to build that lead up to 5.
Yeah, you try to get that escape point. Then if you go in on a shot, get the takedown, all of a sudden you're up 7 and you're right on the borderline there of a major decision if you can get it.
Kroll up to his feet. Cox trying to pull him back in. He's got to stick his hips away. You got to sit into it, and he does.
Kroll breaks free. Goes up 5-0 on Cody Cox at 150 pounds.
Kroll doing a nice job. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to get he's very aware of his surroundings. He's very aware of the guy he's wrestling and how he likes to wrestle. He knows what he's doing. Minute to go. Left here in this 150-pound match. A nice double leg shot. Cox, those strong hips, though. Just sprawling away.
Tight.
We'll go out of bounds. That was a very nice double leg shot. Very nice blast double shot there from Kroll, and he got fairly deep on it. It's just those strong hips from Cox there was able to just push him out and sprawl out of there, not let Kroll make any progress. In fact, I think he kind of went backwards. He had the deep shot, and then almost looked like he was about to let go of the legs completely.
Kroll goes in, another shot. Cox counters, gets around for 2 of his own.
30 seconds, 5-2. Kroll still up by 3.
Your Kroll here, a short time left, just
20 seconds.
Work it out, stay in your base. A
You
big
don't gotta do
throw
anything
out
crazy.
of bounds.
It's almost like Cox is trying to, like, suplex him. It's like Brock Lesnar style, just suplex him.
Just keeps trying for that big throw, maybe try to catch Kroll a little confused.
We know everyone can't be Garrett Miller, all right? You get it. Oh, nice! Turnaround there from Kroll, gets the reversal. Very slick move from Kroll, and he's going to get the decision victory, 7-2 over Cody Cox, and the Warriors push back within 2, 28-26.
So on to 157 pounds will go. The projected matchup, Kanan Decker for the Warriors, who will take to the mat. Projected for the Bulldogs, Garrett Ham. We'll see if that's who they send out there.
Ham, a senior, 28-12 on the year.
No, this is Bo Kaufman.
Oh, it's going to be Bo Kaufman?
I believe so.
So, you want to check it quick? Hang on.
We got, it is
It's Austin
Steen.
Steen. So, he is a junior with a 15-21 record.
Decker goes in the shot, gets 2 on the takedown at the edge of the mat.
Just kind of cutting him out of bounds. So come back to the middle. Neutral. Yeah. Decker working it on a single leg. Gonna pull it back in. Steen trying to kick away, but cannot. Now I want to see Kroll go for some turns, go for an armbar. He's got that armbar just about locked up. He's just going to push Steen over, but loses it in the process. I'd like to see him go for some. He's working for that far wrist, and he gets it. Now he's going to go for a roll-through tilt. Can't get it. I wonder if he's going to go for some type of armbar. He's just going to pull the arm across his back, go for some type of whip over, settle in.
Trying to get the forward pressure going.
Steen pushing is doing a good job pushing Decker's left leg away while lacing Decker's right, but now Decker going to circle up in front and lock up a
Cranks
pin.
that head, and a pin for Kanan Decker in 1 minute and 25 seconds of Austin Steen. So the Warriors retake the lead, going up 32-28. 165 pounds now.
See who it is. It's going to be Miller for Wapsie Valley, as usual. See who they're going to bump up here. Kind of waiting on track wrestling to update.
Oh, now what do we want to there?
Garrett Ham. So, yeah, it will be Garrett Ham. Ham's a senior, 28-12 record, we said earlier. This is going to be an interesting match. Decker circling back towards the center. Not Decker, sorry, Miller circling back towards the center. It is Ham, by the way. Okay, making sure you knew that. Ham tried to go for a sweep single to no avail. Both of them have that their wrist and kind of their hand taped up a little bit.
Well, trying to work hand position.
So we will have one match after this, correct?
Yes, one match
Okay.
after this, 175 pounds.
So if Miller wins by any way, decision, major, technical fall, or fall, the Warriors will move on to wrestle in the 5th place match later this evening at, I believe, 4 p.m. If Ham does win, that keeps the Bulldogs' hopes alive to go up against Brock Fleich at 175 pounds.
I know both teams have definitely battled some matches this year, especially both in regional duels. The Warriors, I wouldn't say came back, but they ended the night against kind of the toughest part of West Hancock's lineup, picking up a couple ranked wins that sealed their trip to state. And Lake Mills, they trailed Denver in their regional final and won 5 in a row to end the night and make their way down to state. So both teams in their last duels before today ended up kind of having to battle some matches to seal the deal. So we're in our second to last match.
Yeah.
It'd be very
interesting
to see how this thing closes out.
If Ham does win this match, I'm going to imagine that it's going to be Bo Kaufman for Lake Mills.
Like, we're probably seeing Bo Kaufman either way. Well, we got Josiah Kildall.
I mean, yeah, we're probably going to see, Bo. We'll see Bo Kaufman either way, But I'm just saying, if Lake Mills, if they do win this match, we are definitely going to see Bo Kaufman in our next match, for sure.
Miller started in the top position to begin this second period.
Louder forward pressure from him.
Ham tries to stand up. Miller breaks him back down.
So homegrown match for Garrett Miller. His nickname, the Bulldog. So he was the better Bulldog.
Miller working and hooks that leg. Squares back up behind.
Guys,
Ham
hand
stands
fighting.
Up, tries to break the hands. Miller still holding on. Big lift. Throw over the top.
No call for
Back
locked
to the
hands. But Miller
Lake
does
Mills
get a stall call.
Lake Mills coach over there initially stood up looking for it, but
Wanted
I
locked
think
hands.
maybe he talked himself out of it because he didn't even stay stood up.
Yeah. He wanted lock hands really bad, but I think he realized that no ref was in position to see that. Plus, how are you even – they're going to call for him again? What is he doing? He's continuously working. That is not good. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Not a fan, but it is what it is.
So it is a wrong side there. A
Let him
1-0
go.
lead
Thank
for
you.
Ham. Now on the escape, up 2-0 on Miller. 30 seconds to go here in period number 2.
Both guys working edge of the mat. Miller's going to back up towards the center. Again, working on the edge of the mat there. 10 seconds to go left in the second period. This is not good if you're Miller. They'll go out of bounds. 5 seconds to go. I'm really surprised they called that stalling call. I'm not a fan of that. That was, ugh. They've been good all day today. They really have. I have not had to disagree with many of them, but that was probably the first one I've disagreed with.
So headed to the third period, it is a 2-0 lead for Garrett Ham over Garrett Miller.
Miller going to take the bottom position. He works up to his feet now. Ham tries to kick away. That should be stalling if it's going to be stalled on anything else.
Works out on the single leg, tries to kick the other leg out, but they work out of bounds.
If they're gonna call stalling in like 3 seconds on Garrett Miller, they gotta call that on Ham there. Miller again up to his feet. See right there, he's holding it there. That's stalling. He's gonna let him away.
Miller breaks free, gets one on the escape. A 1-point match.
Nice shot! Nice shot! Finish Miller! Yes!
A
yes!
double and takedown for Garrett Miller. Miller goes up 3-2.
Nice shot.
Minute and a half left to go.
Nice single. Good transfer off to a double. Lift him up. So they're going to let him up. Tie this thing up 3-3. Miller wants a 2-point lead. Minute 30 to go. Miller's got the 2-on-1 on the wrist there, but he lost it.
Miller showing the strength there, thinking, all right, let's
He's going for that.
go
Wants
back
that sweep
in there,
single.
go in on another shot.
Wants that sweep single for sure. Now Ham in the Russian tie.
Miller is working a much taller Garrett Ham here.
Yeah, it's Garrett versus Garrett. We got short Garrett versus tall Garrett. We'll go out of bounds.
Work out of bounds.
49 seconds left here to go in this match. Ham a shuck by. Can he get it? Miller working away. Nice hip throw. And two! Two for Miller.
Ham was in on the shot. Miller turns out of it, gets around for two, goes up 5-3.
I can't believe Miller just looked like that was a normal day in the office. He was so nonchalant about that. He looked like he was so composed, so composed. He looked so composed in that position. 26 seconds to go. Ham with the switch. Miller, you got to cut him.
Lift.
No, he'll just take him back down.
Miller
now a switch,
careful.
no good. Cut him away. You got 15.
Give up one before two.
Now Ham's got to go. He go for a head throw. 7 to go. He's in the single leg. Miller playing some nice defense. There we go. There we go.
And Miller holds on for the 5-4 decision victory. And the Warriors, with one match left to go, will win this duel over the Bulldogs. The 8 seed Pole will be pulling the upset over the number 4 seed. Wapsie Valley will be advancing back to the fifth place match.
You got it? You got it all out now?
One match to go, 175 pounds. Brock Kleitsch will take to the mat for the Warriors.
Whew. Wow.
His opponent is
Bo
Kaufman.
Bo Kaufman, yeah, so he's Bo Kaufman 30-13 on the year. Bo Kaufman is a sophomore. Yeah, he's there 65, bumping up to 75.
I believe the Bulldogs have bumped pretty much everybody from
120?
132 up.
Whoa! I don't know what Brock was going for there.
Bo Kaufman.
He's trying like a step
goes
through.
In, gets two on the takedown there at the edge of the ring before they go out of bounds.
Looked to be a step through like head throw, but just didn't get it. Now Kleitsch going to try to work up to his feet. Now he's got to stick his hips away. Kaufman's going to let him go for one. Now, in that position, you throw your guy off the mat. He's almost at the scores table. Put pressure. Keep pushing him out. You know, you could draw a stall call that way. You know, push him out of bounds. Or at least put in the ref's mind. So a minute to go left here in the first period. Kleitsch up Kaufman up 2-1. Kleitsch keeps working on the edge of the mat. Goes for the single leg. Now Kleitsch in the front headlock position. Throws him through. What is happening? Now what in the world? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Kleitsch just flipping around, trying to work position. All of a sudden, Kaufman just basically flips Brock over top.
You think I know?
Slides on top.
If you think I know what's going on, I don't. I don't even know what just happened.
If you don't know what's going on, I don't know what's going on.
That was one of the craziest sequences I've seen.
End of the first period, Bo Kaufman leads Brock Kleitsch 4-1.
So now Kleitsch in the top position.
And Kaufman will get the escape going up 5-1.
I believe, did Jessup win this duel over here? Yep. Okay, so Jessup did win their duel against, 45-27 against Hinton. So Ankeny Centennial beats Waverly Shell Rock 57-22. Interesting. Wow. Something you don't see very often from a Waverly Shell Rock squad. Is now Wilton, and I believe Don Bosco will start making their way towards the floor.
The Dons will face Wilton in the semifinals. It's a rematch of last year's dual state championship, which the Dons won.
I believe the other match is going to be
Alburnett and
Nashua Plainfield.
Alburnett and Nashua Plainfield, which is a rematch of last year's third place match, which the Huskies won, upsetting Alburnett.
Got a lot of rematches.
A lot of the same teams down here this year. Kaufman goes in the shot, gets two, going up 7-1 here.
Kleitsch has not been in that top position, which has really plagued him because he's arguably one of the best in that top position. So
looks like we've got injury time.
Injury time?
Injury time rolling, because we see there's only a minute 30 on that. So injury time rolling for Bo Kaufman here.
Looks to be his face. Something facial. Maybe a nose. Eye. I don't know. Bo Kaufman in that top position. Kleitsch works up to his feet. Reaches around behind for a leg. He's going to get one. And then gets shoved out of bounds. 42 seconds to go left here in the second period. Our score is 7-2 in favor of Kaufman. But nonetheless, the Warriors will win the duel.
So we'll see a rematch coming up as Wapsie Valley started their dual season, or on the, started the year, first night out. They wrestled Jessup in a duel, and their dual season, their final duel will be against Jessup.
Look at that.
How often does that happen?
It's a rematch that we need. That's for sure. I gotta ask, was Hinton the 2 seed in this duel?
Wilton was the 2 seed. Hinton was the
6?
7 seed.
7? Okay. Kleitsch going for that cradle. Oh, he had it! And they go out of bounds. See, this is the thing. No lead is safe when you wrestle Brock Kleitsch and he's in that top position because you never know what's going to happen. He'll just cradle you instantly and you're done. Your 9-2 lead's gone.
Caught back up here. I got all my stuff wrong.
Goes for the crossface. Can't get it, though.
Gets
Kaufman
the
able to
escape. Goes up 10-2.
So, minute 33, I believe.
This is in the third period.
Oh, no, just 30 seconds. It's hard to see the clock. I'm pretty sure there's a minute left, Blake. Minute 26.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Figured. There's been a lot of start-stops with this. So.
Keep bouncing back and forth trying to check track wrestling.
Yeah.
Just confirm names and stuff. And
I mean, we have our programs up here, but they only give us like the projected lineups. And obviously, projected just as much doesn't do anything.
As much as we try and guess who the other wrestlers are, yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know them.
You don't know that, so. Both guys working in the position here. Kleitsch on the edge of the mat. They're going to hit Kaufman for stalling.
34 seconds to go here. 10-2. Bo Kaufman leads Brock Kleitsch in this final match of the duel.
Now Kleitsch working. 20 seconds to go. Kleitsch has got to have something big, I guess. But, nonetheless, Wapsie's going to go on to the 5th place duel. Try to finish the same as they did last year. I believe they got 5th last year, correct?
Yep. Got 5th last year.
So.
Came in seeded 5th last year. Wrestled Nashville Plainfield. Pretty tough. Lost, but then beat Hinton in this round of the consolation semifinals, and then beat Logan Magnolia in the 5th place match. And in this 175-pound match, Bo Kaufman comes away with a major decision victory over Brock Kleitsch. But the Warriors will come away with a 35-32 duel victory over the Bulldogs. And they will advance to the 5th place match later this afternoon, early evening.
4 p.m.
Where they will take on the Jessup Jayhawks.
Yeah, I think it's just overall a very solid duel for both teams. Like I said, I really didn't have many expectations coming into this duel, but I think Wapsie showed their strengths, but they did have some weaknesses in those few middleweights from, like, I believe it was around 32 to where Decker comes in at or where Kral comes in at 50. So they can get those things figured out. They'll be perfectly fine when they go to wrestle Jessup in a rematch, the first duel of the year.
All right. So our final score in this Class 1A dual tournament consolation semifinal, it is number 8 Wapsie Valley defeating number 4 Lake Mills 35-32. Zach, you want to give us the rundown of the matches?
Like I have it in front of me.
Okay. For you.
I was moved over anything. So we started at 190 pounds. Drew Lansing picking up a decision victory. Then Wyatt Hanna picking up a fall. Derek Hilson back with a fall. Kane Belinsky received a forfeit. Lucas Oldenkamp picked up a fall. Landon Frost picked up a decision victory. Brody Kleitsch with a technical fall. Hayden Helgeson with a major decision over Wally Kaufman. Landon Price over Dallas Tissue in a fall. Steve Brandenburg over Kane Dana in a fall. Easton Kral with a decision victory. Kanan Decker with a fall. Garrett Miller a decision victory 5-4. And then Bo Kaufman with a major decision victory 10-2.
So
got all that?
How the matches went. Your RTC Communications recap. RTC is here to provide high-quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer services and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. Reach out to them at 319-279-3375 or email manager@reedlandtelco.com. That's manager@reedlandtelco.com. So look at the final match summary there. Final score, Wapsie Valley takes this one 35-32. The Warriors picked up 4 decisions to the Bulldogs, none. Lake Mills did pick up 1 major decision. As far as tech falls and forfeits, Wapsie Valley picked up 1 of each. Lake Mills 0. And in the fall category, Lake Mills had 4 falls to Wapsie Valley's 2. All of that resulting in the Warriors moving on to the 5th place match later this afternoon, scheduled for 4 p.m. We'll see how we line up time-wise with that one. If we're on time for a little bit later, I believe there is a break in there after this upcoming round of the semifinals. So, Zach, what did you see from the Warriors in this one? What did you like, and what were the keys to them pulling off this victory?
What I loved how Wapsie looked a little bit more energized than what they were this morning. Obviously, it's a little later in the day, so you had a little bit of time to actually wake up and get going. But they looked a lot more aggressive coming out of the gate, and that really helped them in those later matches. Plus, I love just the effort we gave towards the end of the matches in that third period, never giving up. Not giving up 3 points at the end of a match. Also, fighting in positions. If you keep moving in a position, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win that position. Wapsie Valley was able to do that really well. They also were able to move and, keep fighting in times where it was, not really going their way. Wally holding that, getting off his back, avoiding that pin and holding it to just a major decision. Or, other guys just continuously fighting off their backs, not giving up a 6, and instead only giving up 3 or 4.
All right, so, Zach, how about you give us our Prime Capital Investment Advisors stud of the match? Prime Capital Investment Advisors, Ashley Jones and Joe Harris with Prime Capital Investment Advisors. From opening your first Roth IRA to drawing on your hard-earned money in retirement, the team at Prime Capital Investment Advisors has the tools to accommodate. They are an independent, fee-based fiduciary and put honesty and transparency above all else. Best of all, they bleed black and gold. Mention this ad and get a complimentary second opinion meeting. Call Ashley at 319-269-7143. Go Warriors!
So I would say our start of the match, I'm going to man, this is hard. I'm going to give it to Garrett Miller. I say this mainly because not only did he win the duel for Wapsie Valley, but he also was able to hold off of a very convincing attack from his counterpart, Garrett Ham, who's really trying to push the pace towards the end of that match. And Garrett wasn't allowed to just run around and stall the whole last few minutes because, he already had a stall call on him. In fact, he already had 2. So the next one is going to be another point. So he really had to be careful and really had to, keep fighting in those positions. He was able to do that without making stupid mistakes and giving up points.
So there you have it. Garrett Miller, Zach's pick for the stud of the duel. So, fans, that will do it for our broadcast of this duel for the Warriors. We will be back for one more audio broadcast later today as Wapsie Valley will take on Jessup in the 5th place match here at the IHSAA Class 1A State Dual Tournament Championships. So, for myself, Blake Boer, and my partner, Zach Bavers, we will be back later tonight. We hope you join us for that. And until then, go Warriors!